wild start to the Western Athletic Conference season play. Utah Valley and UTRGV are both tied at 1-2. One team will prevail tonight in Orem. It's the Vaqueros and the Wolverines next on UVU TV. Welcome everybody to the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University for tonight's game against UTRGV and Utah Valley's the Vaqueros and the Wolverines, live from Orem on the WAC Digital Network and on UVU TV. Hi everybody, I'm Brandon Crow. Thank you for letting us be a part of your evening tonight. It's a soggy one outside, but it looks like it might be a little bit soggy on the inside tonight. Both teams can definitely make it rain from the perimeter, but Utah Valley has a new additional weapon on the inside, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But Utah Valley comes into this game 21 consecutive wins at home. They're number 2 in the nation, the second best home team in the country. They're looking for number 22 tonight against the Vaqueros. The Vaqueros are a pesky team from this Western Athletic Conference that continues to elevate its game. And a lot of the teams around the conference continue to progress and continue to have success when they play other conferences as well. And we expect nothing but fireworks tonight. Both teams are 1-2, looking for their second win in the conference tonight, really. And the Vaqueros have an upset in mind tonight. But Utah Valley's secret weapon is a big man named Richard Harward. Yes, big Richard Harward, courtesy of Orem High School, had a career-high night on Saturday against Seattle U. 24 career-high minutes, 12 points, and 15 rebounds. Plus, he was 4-4 from the floor. If you look at these highlights, he can do it all. He muscles his way up to get that layup. He was dishing out dimes. He was making trays right there, assisting to Isaiah White. And plus, his teammates, when he gives them love, they give him love in return, like this alley-oop courtesy of Ben Naquasa. And on the other side, Javon Levi for the Vaqueros. He is 10th in the NCAA in steals. He's just shy of 3 steals per game. He's second in the WAC in assists with about 5, and he averages just shy about 10 points per game. And not only that, he averages about 4 rebounds per game. He has speed, he has quickness, his basketball IQ is fantastic, and he is an asset to this Vaquero squad, which will be very tough for this Utah Valley squad tonight. But that's why they play the game. It's crazy Western Athletic Conference, and we got the tip-off and starting lineups next right here on UVU TV.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
I decided to go to college to further my education and define my purpose in the world and be a part of something much bigger than myself.
I wanted to set up the best possible future for myself, both academically and athletically. I try to learn from everyone, whether that be professors, my teammates, or other student athletes.
I try to see everyone as an opportunity to learn. Everyone has a story to tell, and I think there's a moral and something you can learn from it.
UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University for the matchup tonight in the Western Athletic Conference between the Vaqueros of UTRGV and the Wolverines of Utah Valley University. Both teams come into this contest sitting toward the bottom half of the Western Athletic Conference. Both teams with a 1-2 record after the first 2 weeks of the season. And both teams looking for conference win number 2, which will put them even at the 500 mark. Utah Valley comes into this game winning last Saturday right here at home for their 21st consecutive game at home that they have won, which makes them the second best home team in the nation. Yes, you heard that right. Utah Valley holds the second longest active home win streak in the country at 21 games, and they're looking for 22 here tonight. But the Vaqueros of UTRGV have something in store, and these Utah Valley starting five right here will be the ones facing that pressure for the Vaqueros. Isaiah White, Jake Toulson, Ben Nikwasa, Connor Toulson, and Big Bailey Steele in the paint. It's your starting five for Utah Valley. And for the Vaqueros on the other side, coming out of UTRGV, Javon Levi, Jordan Jackson, Tyson Smith, Terry Wynn III, and Leslie Varner II. Vaqueros, again, are led by Javon Levi. He was one of the players that we highlighted earlier in this broadcast in our open. Javon Levi, 10th in the NCAA in steals, just shy of 3 points per game. Second in the WAC in assists with just about 5 per game. So, no Connor McDougal still for Utah Valley, but after last week's heroic effort from Richard Harward, we'll see what happens tonight. And he gets the big vote of confidence from his players, his teammates, and from his coach as well. Big Richard Harward had a career night last Saturday where Utah Valley saw themselves trailing by 20 points early on in the first half, and they came back to beat the Redhawks of Seattle U by 10 points here at home. Big Richard Harward in that game, he had a career-high 24 minutes of play, 15 rebounds to go along with 12 points. And by the way, he was 4 of 4 from the floor. So we'll see if Big Rich can have an encore presentation tonight if needs be, and if he gets called upon. Utah Valley, led by head coach Mark Pope in his 4th season. And what a tremendous job he's been able to do, not just for this program, but for the fan base and the community. And if you're looking for the hot ticket in town to come and see, Utah Valley's it. Because like I said, they have won 21 consecutive games at home. And they look to make it number 22 tonight. Utah Valley in their home whites with the green trim, and the Vaqueros of UTRGV in their orange with the darker green trim. And Utah Valley wins the tip-off. Bailey Steele gives it back to Ben Nikwasa. Nikwasa gives back low. Bailey Steele to post. Steele kicks it back out to Ben Nikwasa. Comes off a screen. Pick and roll early. Ben Nikwasa decides to let it fly, and he drains this first shot. Early three-pointer for Ben Nikwasa. Utah Valley trying to play a little bit better defense in this first half than they did last week against Seattle U. They just got obliterated in the first half by the Redhawks. But so far, solid defensive play. Wearing the Vaqueros all the way down to 5 on the shot clock. Good move on the inside, and that's a nice finish for Terry Wynn. You see the Vaqueros now with a little bit of a full court press action. Jake Toulson past the timeline. A couple orange jerseys around it now to Connor Toulson from Isaiah White. Connor Toulson coming off of a screen. Hesitates. He's going to lose that ball. Trickles off of him. And it'll be another turnover. That's something that Utah Valley needs to limit. They had a lot of turnovers in the past couple of games. And when they limit those turnovers and win the rebounding battle, that's when Utah Valley is at its best. Levi. Wynn. Jackson goes back to Wynn. Wynn travels. And he disagrees. It's good pressure defense down low by Utah Valley. Ben Nikwasa. Again, trying to get the ball quickly up the court, and he does. Finds Isaiah White in the corner, drives, and Isaiah White travels. So back-to-back travels on both teams. Shows a little bit of the nerves and a little bit of the emotions and how high they are. Again, UTRGV coming into this game 1-2 along with Utah Valley. Utah Valley struggled mightily and fought back ferociously on Saturday to get that one victory. And if they want to make a splash as they pressure defense and get a takeaway, they need to do so early. Jake Toulson, Ben Nikwasa. Down low, Bailey Steele, size advantage, Utah Valley. Bailey Steele misses. Looks like UTRGV got a tip on that one. Levi showing off his quickness and gets fouled in the process. See who the foul is officially going to go on. They're going to call that against Isaiah White as we take a replay. Levi with that quick burst drives past Isaiah White. Isaiah White can't get his hips open enough to shuffle his feet by him. And Levi does what he does best and gets to the free throw line to be a little accelerator for his team. Levi makes the first free throw. Sophomore guard. And he misses. All tied up at 3. Bailey Steele with the rebound. Now Benaquasa for Utah Valley past the timeline. Little handoff to Jake Toulson. Connor Toulson. 15 on the shot clock. 10 on the shot clock. Benaquasa is going to call his own number, and he gets blocked from behind. Solid defensive play by the Vaqueros. Benaquasa thought he had an opening, but then Tyson Smith just closed in too quickly. Jake Toulson trying to do it himself, trying to get his own rebound, misses. And a quick rebound by Tyson Smith and the Vaqueros. Nice pump fake and drive. Count it. They're going to count the basket and be a three-point opportunity. Bailey Steele's going to get called for the foul. Great body control in the air by Wynn. And he finishes strong at the hoop. And completes the three-point play. UTRGV with their first lead of the game. 6-3 over Utah Valley. 17 and some change to play in the first half. Give and go to Jake Toulson. UTRGV did their homework and they know that high pressure is what's been plaguing Utah Valley. Alley-oop, give and go, courtesy of Bailey Steele. Bailey Steele, the big man, showing off. He's got multiple talents, including some soft hands, as that nice easy pass to Jake Toulson cashes in on the other end. Nice drive by the Vaqueros. Smith with a beautiful spin move. Gets Connor Toulson in the air with a nice finish. Vaqueros out, 8-5 lead. 16 and some change left to play in the first half. Benaquasa going to slow it down for Utah Valley, try and gather their composure. Benaquasa dances around the defender, gives way to Bailey Steele. Gets fouled in the air. And big Bailey Steele will go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul will go against Jordan Jackson. And that'll be his first. Bailey Steele tried to get the reverse layup, but it was fouled in the air. Bailey Steele misses the first free throw. Averaging just about 8 points a game, about 7 rebounds for Utah Valley this year as he makes the second. Wolverines still trail by 2. Levi guarded by Benaquasa. Jackson back to Levi. Jackson, 10 on the shot clock. Good ball movement by the Vaqueros. Fade away, comes up just short. Jake Toulson gobbles up the rebound. Here comes Benaquasa. Jake Toulson, nice backdoor pass to Connor Toulson, who finishes strong at the bucket. All tied up at 8 again. Here comes Jake Toulson. Bounce pass was read perfectly. Tyson Smith, and here we go, give and go again. Now Benaquasa has it, pull back the reins just a tad. Behind the back pass to Connor Toulson in transition, misses. Jake Toulson with the rebound. Connor Toulson's wide open for three. Rims off. And UTRGV is going to settle it down. Javon Levi takes a sigh. Big breath. Crosses the timeline. Comes off a screen. And they're going to call a travel right before Bailey Steele got his big paw on it. We got ourselves a nice little contest here in the first opening minutes. They're all tied up at 8. As we head to our first break, we'll be right back with more on UVU TV.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from award-winning accounting to marketing and entrepreneurship programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else?
In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life.
If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Hyundai. I promise you'll love it. Get more vehicle for your dollar from Utah's largest Hyundai dealer.
Drive home a new 2019 Hyundai Tucson for only $199 a month, or you'll love the new Elantra for only $13,990.
Go ahead and compare at MurdochHyundai.com.
You gotta come and see us
in Logan, Linden, and Murray.
Welcome back to Utah Valley in the UCCU Center. Right now we got a good one. UTRGV and Utah Valley tied up at 8 right out of the gate. Coach Pope and his staff coaching up the Wolverines and the players on the bench. Jake Toulson to Connor Toulson, the cousin love connection. Connor Toulson finishes strong at the bucket. It's been a connection that's worked for Utah Valley so far throughout this season. Jake Toulson leads the team in points with about 16 per game. Connor Toulson right behind him, number 2, with 13. And together they make a fantastic duo, especially when they are clicking on all cylinders. And right now, Jake Toulson has 2 points for Utah Valley. Ben Nikwasa with 3, Connor Toulson with 2. But you see that high pressure defense from the Vaqueros. Jake Toulson with the wide open 3. He'll take it and he'll make it. If Jake Toulson can get going early, that's a good thing for Utah Valley. But like the other teams in the conference, UTRGV knows that if they put pressure on him too, it's going to force everybody else to make a move. Wild shot misses by the Vaqueros. It's going to go out of bounds to be a Utah Valley basketball. Terry Wynn tried to force that one up. Wasn't close. And right out of the gate, you see the intensity pick up off the Utah Valley bench. Coaches are up, teammates are up yelling. TJ Washington, fresh legs, gives way to Connor Toulson with the quick trigger. Connor Toulson rattles it home. And just like that, Utah Valley jumps out to a 14-8 lead out of that last media timeout. Jackson. Win. Levi. Levi comes off a screen. Nice bounce pass in low. Good ball move. Pump fake. Richard Harwood rejects him, the reigning WEC Conference Player of the Week. Jackson pull-up jumper. Ooh, that was pretty. Jackson says, hey, don't forget about my mid-range game. That ended just about a 3-minute scoring drought for the Vaqueros. Jake Toulson gets fouled. And we'll see if they call that in the act. And they would do call that in the act. Jake Toulson locked and loaded. Pretty easy stroke. Hits the nylon just perfect. And Connor Toulson, his cousin, on the other side, doing the exact same. Jake Toulson finishes his first free throw. Jake Toulson became a father over the offseason to baby Gus. This is pride and joy. Jake Toulson is. He's a proud father. And he's said that having a baby has calmed him on the court, off the court. And he said that that calming presence has really helped elevate his game as he makes both free throws. And his teammates can attest to that as well. They feed off of his cool, calm, collected spirit. But they also know that when he wants to get fired up, he'll get fired up. He's the emotional leader on this team. Javon Levi for the Vaqueros, trying to do just the same and lead his team. Come back, down by 6. Levi shuffles his way into paint, blocked in the air by Isaiah White. Here comes Utah Valley, Ben DeQuassa on the right-hand side. Kicks out to Isaiah White. Isaiah White loses his ball, and a foul's called as he was going for the ball. That'll be Isaiah White's second personal foul. And his time on the court has come to a brief end. And Hayden Skank will check into the contest. Hayden Skank seen his first minutes, especially at home, since that horrific injury that he suffered season-ending last year. And he's getting some daps and love from his teammates as Wyatt Lowell checks in as well. Hayden Skank, one of the hardest workers on this Utah Valley team according to Coach Pope. His first task will be on defense. Richard Harward causes that. His shot, Hayden Skank with his first rebound of the 2018-2019 season. TJ Washington draws contact, kicks out to Wyatt Lowell, open in the corner. Wyatt Lowell with a three-pointer. And they're going to call an offensive foul in the paint. Solomon Haina. That'll be his second personal foul. And that'll take us to another media timeout. Wyatt Lowell with a beautiful, nice stroke from the corner gives Utah Valley with a 19-10 lead right here on UVU TV.
I hate math. I can't count how many times I've heard people say that. And as a math teacher, I take it personally. So, while working on my master's at UVU, I developed ways to help kids not hate math. Does engaged learning make a difference? You do the math.
Eyes on me! I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garth Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos, too, by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garth Volkswagen.
We hear you.
Utah Valley out to a 19-10 lead early on here in the first half, about halfway through the first half at the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. We mentioned early on, Utah Valley is the second best team, home team in the country. Current active win streak right now, you see right there at 21, and they trail Houston. Houston has just been an absolute beast and an animal at home with 29 consecutive games. Nebraska right behind Utah Valley with 20, and then Buffalo at 19. TJ Washington, a big factor of why Utah Valley has been successful here at home this season. He's been a great addition to this Utah Valley club. Ben DeQuassa gives way to Hayden Skank, who just got properly introduced by the PA. Still trying to find his handles. Finally gives way to TJ Washington. 15 on the shot clock for Utah Valley. Washington coming off of a screen for Richard Harward. Harward calling it down low. Wyatt Lowell, kick out to Ben DeQuassa with the hesitation and another travel call. This must be an international game. Both teams tonight have gotten called for travels. Lots of passports and ticketing going on. Vaqueros on the other end. trying to end their 3-minute scoreless drought. Can't find it. Big Richard Harward's there for another rebound. Here comes Utah Valley. Ben Nikwasa going to take it himself. Pulls back out to give to TJ Washington. Washington, nice look to Richard Harward for the slam. Intercepted by Hayden Skank. Here's TJ Washington. Oh, no look. Lay it up. Okie doke. Old school. Timeout UTRGV. Beautiful no-look pass by Richard Harward for the flush. Harward looking all amped up. Slam cam. Beautiful shot. Richard Harward was amped up on Saturday, having a lot of his hometown faithful friends and family in the audience, and every time he does something, he likes to flex over to them, and they flex back. But what a spark TJ Washington has provided in the last 2 minutes. Big Richard Harward showing up on defense as well, getting rewarded. Hayden Skank led that one. And Hayden Skank, before he got injured last year, was a huge spark plug for this team. And having him back, I'm sure, amplifies things just a little bit more. But Big Richard Harward trying to follow in his own footsteps. Already got 2 points, 2 defensive rebounds. 23-10, Utah Valley just exploded in the last 3.5 minutes. 9-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes. And Javon Levi trying to find an answer with the Vaqueros. Levi guarded by Washington. Comes off a screen. Kick out, big three-pointer opportunity. Rims off. Washington with the rebound again. Pass the timeline over to Wolverines. Somehow Washington was able to split the defense. Now here's Hayden Skank, gives way. Connor Toulson. Hayden Skank with the drive in the dish to Big Richard Harward. Harward kicks out to Wyatt Lowell. Players both got tangled up. And they're going to call a foul officially on Terry Wynn. That'll be his first personal foul. Utah Valley basketball, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Lowell the inbound to Washington. TJ Washington splits the defense, kicks back out, Hayden Skank. And they're going to call an offensive foul on TJ Washington. Player control foul. That'll be his first personal as well. .12 left to play in the first half. Utah Valley on top, 23-10. Wolverines been on a 9-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Smith's pass on the floor now. Wyatt Lowell causing havoc. Vaqueros denied by Richard Harward again. And they're going to call a foul on Hayden Skank after the block by Harward. Harward already the fan favorite, being local. Beautiful body control. Try to come back and get a second block. Was fouled by Hayden Skank beforehand. .20 on the shot clock. Levi stops, pops, grabs his own rebound, and gets right into the hands of Jake Toulson. And Terry Wynn fouls TJ Washington on the other end. That'll be his second personal foul. If you're watching this game, you might say, you know what, this is a little helter-skelter, a little crazy and chaotic. But deep down inside, that's essentially what Coach Pope wants. Coach Pope likes this game to be kind of erratic, and he likes it to be fast-paced, and he does not have a problem telling his teammates and his players to calm down. He'd rather have them say that than giddy up. Big Richard Harward misses his layup. And the Vaqueros will slow things down and try and find their first basket in over 4 minutes. As they trail 23-10, 9:10 to play in the first half. Levi with a kick out. Smith, hesitation, drives back to Levi. Good ball movement by the Vaqueros. Open three in the corner, rims off, no good. Rebounded by Lowell in the Utah Valley. TJ Washington going to slow it down for a minute. Washington gives down low to big Richard Harward. Harward with the touch in the midair. Harward already with 4 points and 2 rebounds and 3 blocks. Stolen by Connor Toulson. Look out, Connor Toulson with the flush. People forget that he can do that. And a whistle was called away from the ball. Connor Toulson showing off his athleticism.
I decided to go to college to further my education and define my purpose in the world and be a part of something much bigger than myself.
I wanted to set up the best possible future for myself, both academically and athletically. I try to learn from everyone, whether that be professors, my teammates, or other student athletes.
I try to see everyone as an opportunity to learn. Everyone has a story to tell, and I think there's a moral and something you can learn from it.
Welcome back, everybody. So right before we dipped off to break, there was some discussion going on between the officials, and what had happened was UTRGV head coach Lou Hill got a technical foul, and one official thought it was going to be immediate timeout, but it actually did shoot free throws. So Utah Valley shot free throws. They were successful at the charity stripe. So Utah Valley now on top 29-10. They did not take their official media timeout, so we expect that to be coming soon. This should be the media timeout as that foul goes against Bailey Steele. And it will be our media timeout. So we will officially take this media timeout. Utah Valley on top 29-10 right here on UVU TV.
I decided to go to college to further my education and define my purpose in the world and be a part of something much bigger than myself.
I wanted to set up the best possible future for myself, both academically and athletically. I try to learn from everyone, whether that be professors, my teammates, or other student athletes.
I try to see everyone as an opportunity to learn. Everyone has a story to tell, and I think there's a moral and something you can learn from it.
Welcome back, everybody, to the UCCU Center, home of the Utah Valley Wolverines, pride of the Western Athletic Conference, where we see Utah Valley right now towards the bottom half of your screen, tied with UTRGV with 1-2 record in the early stages of this conference play. Conference saw a lot of upsets and a lot of unpredictability in its first 2 weeks, and UTRGV and Utah Valley were victims to some really solid, crazy games, to be honest. But right now the Vaqueros and Utah Valley are both looking for win number 2 in the conference. That'll be put them momentarily tied with Cal Baptist, the brand new member of the conference, who had probably the biggest upset win of the season so far, taking down New Mexico State on their first game of conference play. But a lot of people had their eyes on this Western Athletic Conference and its continued growth. as Terry Wynn is successful at the free throw line. Terry Wynn makes both. 29-12. Utah Valley still on top, less than 8 to play in the first half. A bad pass by Utah Valley gives way for the Vaqueros. Javon Levi gives way to Wynn. Nice look. Rims off TJ Washington with the big rebound. And nobody home. Big miscommunication there by Utah Valley. So a couple sloppy plays coming out of that media timeout. Not exactly what Coach Pope has drawn up. But Coach Lou Hill, on the other hand, trying to take advantage of some of the sloppy play by Utah Valley. Vaqueros now going on in their 6th minute of scoreless play. No field goals in the last 6 minutes and 15 seconds. The Vaqueros trying to end that drought, which they do by a three-pointer from Smith right in front of Coach Pope at the Utah Valley bench. Bailey Steele gives way to Connor Toulson in the corner. Connor Toulson likes it. Connor Toulson now 7 points. Utah Valley's made 5 of 7 compared to Vaqueros 1 of 3 from triple land. Bailey Steele trying to avoid not getting the contact on the foul as Terry Wynn gracefully finishes at the rim. 32-17. Bailey Steele got tipped. Jump ball is the call. Bailey Steele disagrees, thought he was fouled. And Richard Harward will check in for Bailey Steele.
Checking in from the Warriors, 55, Richard Harward.
Connor Toulson starting to heat up a little bit. 3 of 5 from the floor, 1 of 3 from distance. In a short 12 minutes of action so far. Levi, nice give and go down low. And it looked like, I thought Jordan Jackson might have gotten blocked by the backboard. But they are going to call a foul on Ben Nikwasa. As Jackson goes to the free throw line. Jackson, the red shirt junior, the pride of Houston, Texas. Makes his first free throw. Jackson averaging just shy of 8 points per game, about 42% from the floor. And he misses the second free throw. Wyatt Lowell, the rebound for Utah Valley. Ben Nikwasa now with it, past the timeline. This ball tipped right in the air at the media table, and it's still going to stay in Utah Valley possession. Ben Nikwasa in some trouble, still continues to have his poise. Wyatt Lowell intercepted by the Vaqueros, and Connor Toulson will get the bump foul. And that'll be his first personal foul. And the Vaqueros will be shooting 1-1. Tyson Smith from Baltimore will step to the line. Tonight, Smith already with 5 points. His first trip to the free throw line. Richard Harward somehow continues to have that ball inbound for Utah Valley. Wyatt Lowell picked it up. I think everybody thought they were going to be shooting 2 instead of the 1-on-1 situation. Jake Toulson gets bumped on the drive. They're going to call a foul on the other end against Tyson Smith. So he goes from being free throw shooter to free throw giver. Just shy of the free throw. I beg your pardon. PA announcer also had the same stats that I did and made the appropriate amendum. Wyatt Lowell, 20 on the shot clock, puts it on the floor. Teardrop floater, no good. Rebound goes to the Vaqueros. Here's Smith, past the timeline. Smith cuts to his left, gathers his feet. Back to Wynn at the top. Wynn shakes the base, draws contact, no shot, says the official. And that's going to be against Connor Toulson. That'll be Connor Toulson's second personal foul. Connor Toulson got a little with the body. And Wyatt Lowell will sit for a while as Hayden Skank checks back into the game. Wynn makes the first of two. Wynn, your leading point scorer so far for the Vaqueros. 9 points, and he makes that 10. He's in double digits. 3 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Jake Toulson back to Ben Naquasa. Jake Toulson, kick out to Connor Toulson, thought about it. And instead he goes back in the corner for another shot. This one is only a 2. Connor Toulson now the leading scorer for Utah Valley. I beg your pardon. Closing in on Jake Toulson. Jake Toulson with 12, Connor Toulson with 9. Richard Harwood playing defense. And they're going to call a foul against Richard Harwood. Connor Toulson creating his own space, step back. That was pretty close. It might have been a 3. We had some court cameras. Maybe we could zoom in and see, but from that angle, it did look like he got both of his toes past that green line. They gave him a 2, however. 34-21, as the Vaqueros are at the free throw line. And that's a successful trip by Johnny Kronogorak. .420 left to play in the first half. Utah Valley still on top by 12, 34-12. 18 on the clock. Harwood at the elbow. Looking for some help. Gives way to Connor Toulson. 10 on the shot clock. 7 on the shot clock for Utah Valley. And Richard Harwood gets called for the foul when Javon Levi, who is half his size, if that, tries to go around him and trips and falls. See, Harwood sets his body, and that's just a defensive back trying to go up against the tight end. Levi trying to use that foul call. It's offensive momentum. 3 in the corner, misses. TJ Washington with the fast break. Gives way to Jake Toulson, but right before he does, he gets fouled from behind. And that foul will go against Tyson Smith. And that'll be Tyson Smith's second personal foul. So we'll take a quick break. Utah Valley still on top by 12. We'll be right back with more right here on UVU TV. Welcome back to the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. Brandon Crow with you here on UVU TV and the WAC Sports Digital Network. Utah Valley on top by 12, 34-22. A little less than 4 left to play in the first half. Hayden Skank you saw right there in the middle of the huddle, sipping on a water bottle. First time that he's been able to play with his squad in action since that horrific injury last year. And on the other side, Lou Hill trying to coach up his squad. Very scrappy play by the Vaqueros over the last 4 or 5 minutes, and they've been able to crawl back within this one. Right now, your leading scorers for the Vaqueros, you have Terry Wynn with 9 points and Tyson Smith with 7. For Utah Valley, Jake Toulson with 12, and right behind him, Connor Toulson with 9. Usual suspects. And right before we dipped off to break, TJ Washington was fouled. He had a fast break, and then he elected to give way to Jake Toulson. But right before he did so, he was fouled from behind. And TJ Washington makes the first free throw. That foul again went against Tyson Smith of UTRGV, and that'll be Tyson Smith's second personal foul. TJ Washington a little bit long. Kronogorak with the rebound. Javon Levi gives way to Smith. And Levi back with it. Smith again. Levi to Smith. Smith hesitation, drives, and Smith can't find it. Utah Valley with the rebound to Jake Toulson. TJ Washington. And Kronogorak intercepts TJ Washington. Here comes Levi in the other end. Levi gives way to Smith in transition. Three-pointer for the Vaqueros. No. Kronogorak with the rebound. And they're going to call a jump ball. Hayden Skank had his hands on it down low in favor of Utah Valley. 7'1", Johnny Kronogorak brought that ball down low to where Hayden Skank can get his hands on it. Give and go from Harward to Toulson on the other end for Utah Valley. Toulson calls for the clear out. And Jake Toulson steps out of bounds. It's another turnover possession for Utah Valley. And Levi brings it up court. Smith now to Varner. Back to Levi. Levi only 1 point, and that 1 point he got at the free throw line. He is 0 of 3 from the floor. As that one will stay in Vaquero possession. 17 on the shot clock. About 2:30 left to play in the first half. Utah Valley on top, 35-22. If you're just now joining us, still no Connor McDougall for Utah Valley. Utah Valley getting help from Richard Harward, Bailey Steele. Levi and company for the Vaqueros trying to find their offensive rhythm. Kronogorak. Levi puts it up. Misses. Whistle's called away from the ball.
Knock him down, baby. Knock him down.
And I believe they're going to call this one on Hayden Skank down low. That'll be his second personal foul. That'll send Leslie Varner the second to the free throw line. Varner, the pride of Dallas, Texas, the junior forward. Varner makes the first free throw.
Let's go, one side, let's go. One.
Varner misses the second. Rebounded by Jake Toulson. TJ Washington. 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Hayden Skank now with the drive. Kicks back out to Jake Toulson. Stutter step by Toulson. Kick back out to Hayden Skank in the corner. Toulson gets fouled by Levi. That'll be Levi's first personal foul. And send Jake Toulson to the line to shoot. Jake Toulson successful at the free throw line. 13 points in the first half so far. shooting 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 2 of 2 from distance. Made that 6 of 6 from the charity stripe, 3 of 4 from the floor. 37-23, Utah Valley on top. 1:50 left to play. Varner down low to Kronogarok. That's how you say hello in Australia. With the flush, Hayden Skank, the outlet on the other side, and he gets fouled from behind. And Hayden Skank did not appreciate that whatsoever. Some chirping still going on. Hayden Skank gives a high five to Levi as Kronogarok with the slam cam throws it down. And the coaching staff from Utah Valley wants to take a look at the replay, and that's exactly what the officials will do. And in respectable and obvious fashion, Coach Pope trying to stick up for his team and stick up for his players. Hayden Skank, again, missed all of last season, half of this season. Torn ACL, MCL. And he just wants to protect his players out there. From our vantage point, in real time, didn't look like anything malicious. Just a hard basketball play coming from behind with Levi. But the officials are taking a look at it. We'll see what they come up with. Utah Valley has no offensive field goals in the last 3.5 minutes besides Jake Toulson's free throws. So they are reviewing whether or not that foul by Levi was a flagrant foul or was it intentional or that would merit anything that would merit a technical foul. Hayden Skank, after the contact, did fall a little awkwardly, and he does not appreciate how hard that contact was, and that's what prompted the official to go over to the scorer's booth, take a look at it. Levi gets caught in the air, gets his hand on the ball. Just an awkward position for both players, in all honesty. So officials are talking it over with both coaches. Coach Pope seems okay with the call. And I think they're just going to stick with just a regular free throw. So Hayden Skank will shoot 2. Hayden Skank with his first points in over a year of play. You saw his big smile on his face. And he makes a second free throw. It's almost as if his teammates were in shock that he remembered how to do that. Utah Valley on top, 39-25. 1:30 left to play in the first half. Varner from the corner. Kicks back out. Here's Levi. Levi stops, pops, misses. Varner skies up for the rebound. Put back up and in. Good for the Vaqueros. 39-27. 1:15 left to play in the first. Bendequas on the baseline. Now back out to Toulson. Gives way to Washington. Now to Nequasa again. Nequasa creating some space. Has an open look. Misses. Bailey Steele with the rebound and the putback in one motion. Javon Levi in transition on the other side. Smith to Varner. Under a minute to play. 40 seconds left to play. Jackson. Smith. Levi rims off again. Bendequasa with the rebound. Levi still looking for his first field goal. Bendequasa off the screen to Bailey Steele. Alley-oop to the big fella who collects it. And he gets fouled from behind. And Levi, that'll be his third personal foul. That'll send Bailey Steele to the line. Bailey Steele all the way from Norwalk, Iowa. And as far as our reports have been detected, that is not a normal hairstyle for Norwalk, Iowa. That is just something that Bailey Steele likes, and his teammates love to kid him and tease him about it. The big fella extends Utah Valley's lead 43-27 with 27.2 left to play. Smith past the timeline. Shot clock turned off. Looks like the Vaqueros will be playing for the last shot of the half. Nogarak rims off. Desperation heaves by the Vaqueros, another rim off. And that's how the first half will end. Utah Valley goes into the half in a lot better situation than they did last Saturday when they were here at home against the Redhawks. 43 for the Wolverines, 27 for the Vaqueros. Jake Toulson leads all scorers in that first half with 14 points for Utah Valley. And we are getting ready to send it down to our sideline reporter, Alexa O'Neill, who has Coach Pope. Alexa, take it away.
All right, Coach, so your guys played well in the first half. So is there anything you'd like to see improvement-wise in the second half?
Yeah, so right now on the defense end, we're getting hurt with penetration. So you can see they're putting their head down and just driving to the rim, and it's been a tight whistle, and it's hurt us a little bit. Offensively, TJ gave us a huge lift off the bench in ball screens, so we got to keep attacking there. But we just got to tough this out. It's a good team. We got to go to win.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Alexa. So you heard from Coach Pope right there. Penetration will be what they're trying to lock down in the second half. So far, so good, have to say, for Utah Valley. Again, they're on top 43-27. And we'll take a break for halftime right here on UVU TV and the WAC Sports Digital Network.
Did you know that over 43 million Americans struggle with mental health problems annually?
43 million.
That's 1 in 5 adults.
Did you know that there's 1 death by suicide in the United States every 12 minutes?
Did you know that suicide takes the lives of over 40,000 Americans each year?
Over 40,000 mothers,
Fathers,
daughters,
sons, brothers,
sisters, and friends.
Did you know that you can help reverse this trend?
If you or someone you know is struggling with mental illness, don't keep it to yourself.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
Hi, my name is Brady, and today we're here with local high school students taking a behind-the-scenes tour of the newly renovated Vivint Smart Home Arena. What we're doing today is we're giving these STEM students an opportunity to pursue an engaged learning experience at Utah Valley University.
I like the renovations that we've seen and how the Vivint Center's changed from then to now.
My favorite part of the tour is just watching that truck have to go.
amazing.
The Utah Jazz organization loves to work with kids. They are our future. We love to work with them on different programs, whether it's math, technology, engineering, reading. It's just important for these kids to come and participate and see what it's like out in the real world, what jobs are like, and see firsthand what's out there for them.
What interests me about engineering is how many options you have to go into careers.
In the future, I'd like to be working somewhere like NASA or Boeing or SpaceX.
I personally think engineering could change the world because they're coming out with so many new technology, just everything changing.
Do it with the real jazz players, so that was a cool experience.
It was awesome. You know, just a lot of positive energy in this building with these kids here, and you know, having to do math and then get out here and exercise it physically, that's really challenging. I had a blast.
As all organizations that see STEM as very important, we see that science, technology, engineering, and math are huge for our upcoming future of children that we have, and we'd like to do everything we can to help these students.
I like math a lot. You use it all the time, and it's just really important.
I think it's just all around, it's important and it helps you in your everyday life and education.
Advice I could give to those kids was, you know, just take things one day at a time and put your best foot forward in everything that you do. 20 years from now, you never know who's next to you, and it's going to be the best doctor, the best basketball player, football player. You know, if you just continue to strive for little wins and achieving your big goals, everything will be great.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
They say the devil is in the details. And in here, there are a lot of details. Flavor, color, texture, temperature, presentation. It all has to be flawless. Pressure? Maybe. But with engaged learning, I get a lot of practice. And I'll bet your homework never tasted this good.
Eyes on me. I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garf Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos too by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garf Volkswagen.
We hear you.
There is so much to celebrate in life, from the smallest of hands to the victories of youth and precious occasions with family and friends, sharing unforgettable moments. Continue accomplishing your goals and celebrate success at Utah Valley University. Apply by August 1st for fall semester.
Welcome back, everybody, to Utah Valley University, the UCCU Center to be exact, in the heart of Utah Valley. Utah Valley on top, 43-27 over the Vaqueros of UTRGV. It was a quick outburst from the Wolverines as far as offense goes, and it was the two normal culprits, the Toulson cousins. Jake Toulson getting things started off early after a nice pass, and then Connor Toulson finishing it up. Jake Toulson and Connor Toulson both combined in that first half. Jake Toulson with 14, Connor Toulson with 9. Connor Toulson got things started on the perimeter side of things. And once he finds his stroke, then he is locked in, ready to go. So if we take a look at the stats for that first half, UTRGV 8 of 27 from the floor, 13 of 21 for Utah Valley. And the big discrepancy right there is you see the bench points, fast break points, and three-pointers. Utah Valley was 5 of 8 compared to UTRGV's 1 for 8. Fast break points, Utah Valley blistering 17, and UTRGV hasn't gotten any. Utah Valley getting a big boost from their bench, 12 points to the Vaqueros 4. Utah Valley still plagued by the turnover bug, and that's something that they're going to be trying to lock down, not only for the rest of the remainder of this game in the second half, but throughout the rest of this 2018-2019 season. But we'll be right back with the second half right after this on UVU TV and the Wax Sports Digital Network.
People talk about college like you're in some kind of bubble. Like there's college and then there's the real world. Hey, this is UVU. You're not just reading about it or watching someone else do it. This is engaged learning. At the certificate, associate's, bachelor's, or master's level, you're in the real world every day.
The difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else?
In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life. If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Chevrolet. I promise you'll love it.
Before you even think about buying a new truck or SUV, you've got to check out MurdochChev.com. You'll be glad you did.
We've got huge discounts on all 2018 models, and you're going to love the 2019 Silverado. Only at Murdoch Chevrolet in Logan and Woods Cross. You've got to come and see us.
Did you know that over 43 million Americans struggle with mental health problems annually?
43 million.
That's 1 in 5 adults.
Did you know that there's 1 death by suicide in the United States every 12 minutes?
Did you know that suicide takes the lives of over 40,000 Americans each year?
Over 40,000 mothers,
fathers,
daughters,
sons, brothers,
sisters, and friends.
Did you know that you can help reverse this trend?
If you or someone you know is struggling with mental illness, don't keep it to yourself.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests, from DNA analysis to animal behavior, there is a place for you at UVU. A place to rise, to engage, to succeed, to become.
Welcome back to the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. Brandon Crow with you here on UVU TV and the Wax Sports Digital Network. Utah Valley, the home team in the home white and green trim, out to a 43-27 lead after that first half as we begin second half action. Coach Pope trying to draw up some plays towards the end of that first half. He spoke with our sideline official, Alexa O'Neill, and he said that they were getting hurt because of the penetration that squad right there in the orange and green was providing. Coach Lou Hill, in his third season, drawing up a lot of offensive penetration for the Vaqueros. Unfortunately, they were just unable to finish at the rim. And their leading scorer at the break was Terry Wynn, who had 9 points on 3 of 7 shooting, 3 of 3 from the floor. Next after that was Tyson Smith with 7 points. Connor Tools and Isaiah White looking focused, ready to go out of the gate in the second half. Again, both teams looking for conference win number 2. That'll put them at 500, the even 2-2 mark. Utah Valley has a big game, huge game. The cliche, every cliche word you can think of game. Right here at home on Saturday against the Aggies of New Mexico State. Meanwhile, the Vaqueros will then travel up to Washington to take on Seattle U on Saturday. And there's a little wet spot on the court that needs to be cleaned up from some of the halftime festivities. Ben DeQuassa doing the honors instead of making the officials go down and do that with a nice fresh towel. How very nice of Ben DeQuassa. It's a brand new year academically for Utah Valley. It's only the second game so far of this 2019 season that we've been able to see. And a big thank you to all of our student staff and production crews behind the scenes that help make these broadcasts possible for you. Not every campus or school university has a production crew or staff that's able to produce live games the way that Utah Valley does. And I think that a lot of them are students. Shows you the talent level that's at this university. As Utah Valley, right out of the gate, gives up a layup to UTRGV, and UTRGV continuing with a huge full court pressure. 43-29 right out of the gate. Jake Toulson for Utah Valley. His way to Isaiah White. And Isaiah White is pestered by Leslie Varner, and that gives way to an Isaiah White travel. Now the Vaqueros, who ended that first half on a field goal drought of 3.5 minutes, looking to start things off very quickly with back-to-back buckets, and they do, as Terry Wynn looks like he's got in a rhythm. Back-to-back buckets for the Vaqueros, 43-31. Utah Valley still leads. Jake Toulson gives way to Connor Toulson. The cousin connection rings off. Big rebound on the other end by Jordan Jackson for the Vaqueros. Javon Levi still looking for his first field goal. Smith down low to Wynn. Wynn drives around Bailey Steele. Bailey Steele with the tip, but they're going to call a foul on the big man, big 44, with the foul on the way up for Wynn, and that will be Bailey Steele's third personal foul. Bailey Steele with the swap on the right arm. Wynn misses the first free throw. Richard Harward checks in.
He misses twice for color.
And Wynn makes the second free throw. So Wynn with now 12 points, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 4 of 8 from the floor, 50%. And slowly, the Vaqueros are chipping away at that Utah Valley lead, 43-32 now. It's Ben DeQuassa trying to find Utah Valley's first offensive field goal in the second half, and he does. Now Levi, Jackson, Smith, Varner. Varner drives, stops, floats in the lane. Lots of Utah Valley jerseys clamoring for it. Ball bounces all over the place and looked like it eventually fell off of Utah Valley, and then one official overcorrects and said it was off of the Vaqueros. Connor Toulson gives way to Richard Harward, who fouls. Richard Harward will go to the line to shoot two. Richard Harward, after the career night on Saturday, so far in his encore debut, if you will. 4 points, 2 of 3 from the floor, 3 rebounds, and 3 blocks as well. Richard Harward makes his first free throw. Richard Harward, somebody that Coach Pope quotes on Saturday saying, he saved us. And Utah Valley was in a bad spot as he missed that second rebound, and Richard Harward came in and gave them a huge spark plug. And you've seen a rejuvenated resurgence as far as confidence goes for Richard Harward. Vaqueros, 14 on the shot clock. Good defense by Utah Valley. Varner. Now Wynn with 6 on the shot clock. Got to put it up. Harward staying low, keeping his ground. Big Harward with the tip block. Forced with the shot clock violation for Utah Valley. It's the first shot clock violation we've seen for either team. Ben Neguasa slices his way and tried to find Connor Toulson, who was cutting, but bounced off of Javon Levi. Now here's Levi. This one poked away, now into the hands of Jake Toulson. Jake Toulson running with it. Jake Toulson finishing the other side of the rim. 48-32, Utah Valley. 16:50 left to play in the contest. Varner in the corner, guarded by Isaiah White. Coming off a screen, Varner is going to take a look at three-pointer, and I think he banked that one in. Ben Neguasa on the other side trying to respond, gives down to Richard Harward. Richard Harward with the good solid finish at the rim. 7 points for Richard Harward. Utah Valley at the half-century mark. Smith. Richard Harward with the rebound. This one poked away from behind by UTRGV. And Richard Harward is going to get called for the foul and one as Jackson gets the circus finish. That'll be Richard Harward's 3rd personal foul. And that'll take us to our media timeout. The Harward with the slap right across the chest will send Jackson to the free throw line when we return. Right after this.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else? In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life.
If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Hyundai. I promise you'll love it. Get more vehicle for your dollar from Utah's largest Hyundai dealer. Drive home a new 2019 Hyundai Tucson for only $199 a month, or you'll love the new Elantra for only $13,990. Go ahead and compare at MurdochHyundai.com.
You've got to come and see it in Logan, Linden, and Murray.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
Utah Valley out to a 51-37 lead early on in the second half. The Vaqueros brought it within single digits very quickly before Utah Valley pushed it back out to what it is now. Jake Toulson still the leading scorer for Utah Valley with 16. Terry Wynn close behind him for UTRGV with 12. Leslie Varner Jr. at 8. Tyson Smith with 7, and Jordan Jackson with 5 for the Vaqueros. And for Utah Valley, the home team in the white and green, Connor Toulson with 9 points. Richard Harward with 7 points. Bailey Steele with 5. as well as Ben Nikwasa with 5. Utah Valley winning the rebounding battle, 23-15. But Richard Harwood was called for the foul right as we went to break. Jordan Jackson at the free throw line. And he completes the three-point play. 6 points on the evening for the redshirt junior. And again, the Vaqueros with the full court pressure. Connor Toulson finally past the timeline. Somehow gets the ball back to Ben Nikwasa. Ben Nikwasa finishes strong at the rim. Javon Levi gives way to Jackson on the other end. Jackson to win from the free throw line. Puts Bailey Steele on the floor. And a travel's gone.
Wolverine basketball.
Jake Toulson. Guarded by Varner. Toulson with the shake and bake pass to Logo. Pulls it back. Had an opportunity. Decided to go with Bailey Steele instead. Steele looking for some help. Gives way to Connor Toulson. Toulson puts the ball on the floor. Drives. Draws contact. And that foul will go against Tyson Smith. That'll be his 4th personal. Ben Nikwasa received a lot of contact with the body after the finish. Heine checks in as Smith will take a breather. Goyer checks in as well. Dene Goyer from Dakar, Senegal, 6'10", redshirt junior. You're forced to reckon within the paint. Jake Toulson unloads a three-pointer. 56-38, Utah Valley. Javon Levi still looking for his first field goal. Nice look from Jackson, rims up, and Toulson with the rebound. Toulson trying to look for the quarterback throw, pulls it back down instead. Nobody home on the outlet. Toulson down low to Bailey Steele. Bailey Steele decides to put it on the floor and go to work. Bailey Steele with a nice easy finish gives Dene Goyer his first look at defense. 58-38, Utah Valley on top by 20. 14-22 left to play in the contest. Win down low to Goyer. Goyer trying to show Bailey Steele his moves of his own. Misses. Steele with the rebound. TJ Washington comes up with it. Washington pestered by Levi. Washington avoids traffic. Pulls it back out. Isaiah White with the drive. Misses the finish. Rebounded by the Vaqueros. Jackson. Goyer, now Levi. Wing going to put it on the floor. And he sent Jake Toulson flying. Offensive foul. Utah Valley right now on a 7-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes. 6 of the last 7 field goals for the Wolverines. Washington, Connor Toulson. Toulson with the drive, reverse layup, tipped in by Bailey Steele. On that layup, one of our trusty, faithful cameramen took a dive on the baseline. Cameramen, they do the dirty work and they get no credit. We see you representing. Utah Valley with 10 seconds on the shot clock, trying to play some defense. TJ Washington tried to rebound him. That one went off the backboard. A couple of Vaqueros flying into each other, and Connor Toulson got the brunt of one too. And he is grabbing his right leg and his hip. As We see Connor Toulson with that last drive, creates the contact, reverse layup misses, and Bailey Steele with the tip. And there's our camera guy going backwards, but he still kept the shot. Amazing focus and concentration. Bailey Steele with the slam can't tip in. And Connor Toulson looks like he's in lots of pain right now in the rib area on the right-hand side. It's being tended to by Utah Valley trainers. They're looking in the area or the direction of some sort of rib bruising. Possibly he just got his wind knocked out of him. Toulson sits up. Finally gets up and walks off on his own. Toulson, one of the toughest kids out there, gets a nice gesture from Solomon Heine. And Connor Toulson will just take a breather. Ben DeQuassa checks in for him. Utah Valley on top 60-38 with 12:50 left to play. TJ Washington with the drive. Trying to throw it up to Bailey Steele, gets fouled. Trying to put that one back up and in. And that'll be called on Uche Dibiamaka. Bailey Steele at the free throw line, 7 points on the evening. Makes that 4 or 5 from the free throw line. Steele makes both free throws. Smith, Heine, now down low to Ogoye. Ogoye, nice finish. 62-40, Utah Valley on top. And the Vaqueros still with that full court pressure. Lots of basketball left to play. TJ Washington trying to find Jake Toulson on that bounce pass. Miscommunication there and a turnover for Utah Valley. Smith trying to find a crease in the lane. This one tipped away from behind by Ben DeQuassa. Wyatt Lowell gives back to DeQuassa. And Utah Valley with the takeaway. DeQuassa drives baseline, kick out. Wyatt Lowell for three, rims off. Goye with the rebound. Good ball movement on the outside by the Vaqueros. Smith guarded very heavily by DeQuassa. Gives down low to Heine. Heine with the finish, left-handed style. Then DeQuassa, guarded by Smith. DeQuassa gives down low, looking for Bailey Steele. Heine promptly puts his hand in the air saying, yes, I agree that was on me. That'll be his third personal foul. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Utah Valley on top, 62-42 on UVU TV.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice our second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you.
Place for you at UVU.
Place to engage,
To rise,
to succeed.
To become.
Jake Toulson, El Capitan, as he is affectionately called here on this team. He gets a little hungry sometimes when he's making points, likes to eat towels. Right now, he is the leading scorer for both teams with 16 points. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 of 5 from the floor, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And he can do it all. He's got a couple assists. And like we said before, he's one of the emotional leaders on this ball club. Somebody that these teammates of his continue to look up to. 19 points, 5 of 6 from the floor, 3 of 3 from distance for Jake Toulson, who's going to take a quick breather. Proud papa of little Gus. Isaiah White, Wyatt Lowell, Richard Harward, Ben Duquasna, and TJ Washington on the court for Utah Valley. Harward going to take it himself, gives out. Good ball movement by Utah Valley right out of the timeout. TJ Washington steps into one and drains it. 65-42, Utah Valley extends their lead. Varner, guarded by White. Smith, pestered by Washington. Boye with the screen. Heine with the left hand. And he gets fouled. They're going to call that on Isaiah White. That'll be Isaiah White's third personal foul. Heine misses the first free throw. Heine, the graduate from Inglewood, California. 3 points on the evening so far. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from the floor. Ben Duquasna with the teardrop miss. Heine with the rebound. Varner. Dibiamaka with the floater. This one rims off and in. They're going to say that the basket counts. And they called Isaiah White for the foul. That'll be his 4th personal. And Coach Pope and company were trying to argue with the officials to see if they could take a replay look and see whether or not that Agoye did indeed pull on the rim. And Agoye travels. Jake Toulson rechecks into the game. Isaiah White comes out. (65-45), 9:55 left to play. Utah Valley looking for home win number 22 consecutively. They sit right now as the nation's 2nd best team at home. 22-game home win streak. Ben Duquasna being mugged around the perimeter. Gets fouled. And that's going to go against Dene Boye. And Uche Dibiamaka will step off. Johnny Kronogorak will check in. Big rebound by Heine. Vaqueros got a lot of ground to make up. And Richard Harward swats that one. 4 blocks on the night for Big 55. Sent that one back up to University Parkway. That one glances off of Harward's shoulder. Out of play. Smith to Kronogorak. Kronogorak misses. Rebounded by Harward. Harward to Bendequasa. Kwasa off the screen. Kicks back out to Washington. Washington trying to be fancy behind the back. This one taken away by UTRGV. UTRGV Smith with the drive. Missed layup. Rebounded by Wyatt Lowell and Utah Valley. Fouls called against the Vaqueros. And that's going to go against Johnny Kronogorak. That'll be his first personal foul. Connor Toulson with big smile on his face checks into the game for Bendequasa. Richard Harward at the free throw line. And Harward misses the back iron. And Utah Valley now finds himself in an offensive drought for the last 2.5 minutes. UTRGV 0-4 in the last 4 trips. Make that 0-5. This one wrestled off, out of play, will be going off of the Vaqueros. So 8:30 left to play in the contest. Utah Valley on top by 20 still, 65-45. Richard Harward, guarded by Kronogorak. Jake Toulson. This one poked away. Still in Utah Valley possession with 9 on the shot clock. TJ Washington, 6 on the shot clock, 5 on the shot clock, 4. No look pass. Connor Toulson in the corner. Yes! Kronogorak going against Harward. Kronogorak finishes strong with the right hand. Jake Toulson. TJ Washington. TJ Washington with the drive, penetration, and the teardrop high off the backboard. 70-47 for Washington. Levi said to check back in, along with Wynn at the next opportune moment for the Vaqueros. Kronogorak showing off his mid-range game. TJ Washington, again the no-look pass. This time Richard Harward misses. Connor Toulson with the fresh rebound. Ball movement to Wyatt Lowell in the corner. Yes! Timeout. UTRGV. No look pass from TJ Washington to Connor Toulson in the corner. Nothing but net. Another look at it. TJ Washington hits him with the no look. Utah Valley on top, 73-49.
Eyes on me. I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garf Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos, too, by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garf Volkswagen.
We hear you.
Utah Valley enjoying a comfortable 73-49 lead here at home. 6:48 left to play. Vaqueros of UTRGV pestering Utah Valley with their full court press tonight, but Utah Valley's offense has just been too much for the Vaqueros to handle. Utah Valley right now shooting 63% from the floor, 67% from distance, and 75% from the free throw line. Leading scorers in the contest, Wyatt Lowell coming off of the bench, one of those key factors for Utah Valley, outscoring UTRGV off the bench in big portions. 23-15 in favor of the Wolverines, and Wyatt Lowell is a big part of that with his 6 points off the bench, 2 3-pointers, 2 of 4 total from the floor. Both Toulsons leading the way for Utah Valley, Jake with 19 and Connor with 12. Bailey still right behind with 11 points. 12 points for Terry Wynn for the Vaqueros. Only Vaquero in double figures. Jackson, mid-range jumper misses. Kronogorak with the rebound. Poked away by Connor Toulson. And they're going to call a foul on Johnny Kronogorak as he was falling to the floor. That'll be his second personal. And then that'll take us to immediate timeout. 73-49, Utah Valley on top when we return on UVTV.
Did you know that over 43 million Americans struggle with mental health problems annually?
43 million.
That's 1 in 5 adults.
Did you know that there's 1 death by suicide in the United States every 12 minutes?
Did you know that suicide takes the lives of over 40,000 Americans each year?
Over 40,000 mothers,
Fathers,
daughters,
Sons, brothers,
sisters, and friends.
Did you know that you can help reverse this trend?
If you or someone you know is struggling with mental illness, don't keep it to yourself.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else?
In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
And don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life. If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Chevrolet. I promise you'll love it.
Before you even think about buying a new truck or SUV, you've got to check out MurdochChev.com. You'll be glad you did.
We've got huge discounts on all 2018 models, and you're going to love the 2019 Silverado. Only at Murdoch Chevrolet in Logan and Woods Cross. You've got to come and see us.
Conference RPI rankings. Utah Valley in the middle of the pack amongst the WAC. Utah Valley is loving being a part of the Western Athletic Conference, and the Western Athletic Conference right now currently sits 15th among 30 some odd teams. Mountain West they're ahead of, Sunbelt they're ahead of, Patriot League, Atlantic Sun, and Colonial, and just shy of Missouri Valley and Conference USA. Utah Valley is among some teams to get some key wins over non-conference opponents in the Western Athletic Conference this year. They finished off their 2018 portion of this season with a big win in Fresno, and we've seen some WAC opponents, WAC foes, take down some Pac-12 foes as well. So the progression of this conference continues to grow, continues to expand. The progression of each individual school goes as follows. More schools continuing to play non-conference games at a bigger scale, bigger places, much tougher, much larger opponents. And because of those experiences, as Connor Toulson hits both free throws, you see the dividends be paid when it comes down to conference play. And this conference continues to be one of the rising conferences in the country, one of the top mid-major conferences that people take a look at. surprising night in and night out as UTRGV misses. Jackson skies up for the rebound. Kronograk now to Levi. Levi back to Jackson in the corner. Back down low to Kronograk. Kronograk now to Wynn. Wynn drives baseline, goes up and under, misses the layup. TJ Washington slows it down, just a snag for Utah Valley past the timeline. About 6 minutes left to play. Connor Toulson with the quick trigger, rims off. Kronograk with the rebound. Now Levi to Varner. Jackson. Varner back to Levi in the corner. Jackson with 13 on the shot clock. Spins around TJ Washington right in the middle of it. And Washington gets called for the foul. That'll be his second personal, 5th team foul, and Ben Nekwasa will check in for Connor Toulson. And Bailey Steele will check in for Richard Harward as well. Levi still only 1 point on the evening, and that came from the free throw line. Win to Kronograk. Kronograk with the mid-range game. Gets the soft shooter's touch to fall through. Isaiah White trying to find the rim with the dunk, instead gets fouled beforehand, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul's going to go against Leslie Varner. That'll be his first personal. Isaiah White takes it up top. Varner gets him right before he gets hit by Kronograk at the rim. Isaiah White misses long. Isaiah White still looking for his first bucket on the evening. Isaiah White's one of those guys that can do a lot of things and does whatever the coach asks him to. He's got 4 fouls, which kind of limited his minutes tonight. So not as productive offensively as he usually is. Averages just shy about 10 points a game, and he misses that second free throw. 75-51, 5 minutes left to play in the contest. Utah Valley on top very comfortably over the Vaqueros. Smith drives, cuts back, kicks back out to Levi. Levi with 12 on the clock. Kronograk trying to go down low. Foul's called before the shot, no basket, and that one will go against TJ Washington. And that'll be his 3rd personal foul. Jackson, pull up mid-range jumper, good. Jordan Jackson, 8 points on the evening. (75-53) Utah Valley on top. 4:25 left to play. TJ Washington, nice give and go to Isaiah White, slam dunk. Wynn draws the foul, count it, and 1. Terry Wynn showing off his strength to finish at the hoop. And that'll take us to our under 4 media timeout. 77-55, Utah Valley on top. Again, TJ Washington dropping dimes. Isaiah White finishing off with a slam can. Utah Valley up big on UVU TV.
looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool, too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
As customary for every Utah Valley home game around this time, they turn the lights off to get the party started, even though the party's already been started by Utah Valley. 77-55, Wolverines on top very comfortably as we settle into the final chapter of this contest tonight. Right now, leading scorers for the Wolverines, Bailey Steele with 11, Jake Toulson 19, Connor Toulson 14. A couple Wolverines tied at 8 apiece, Ben DeQuas and TJ Washington. Richard Harwood right behind with 7. For the Vaqueros of UTRGV, leading scorer Terry Wynn with 14 points tonight. 5 of 12 from the floor, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. A couple of Vaqueros tied at 8 apiece. Leslie Varner and Jordan Jackson. Tyson Smith at 7. And Johnny Kronogorak off the bench with 10 points. And Terry Wynn is at the free throw line to try and complete the three-point play. And he does. Terry Wynn tacks on another. Make that 15 points for the redshirt senior. And Tyson Smith fouls out of the game after trying to grab TJ Washington in passing. Varner rechecks in. TJ Washington makes the free throw. Less than 4 left to play. Utah Valley on top, 78-56. And Washington makes both. Varner coming off a screen, gives way to Jackson. Jackson goes right at Wyatt Lowell. Ball bounces around. Utah Valley with the rebound. Ben DeQuasa dribbles around, trying to waste some clock. Looks like they're going to try and do this to take as much time off as they can. Bailey Steele gets fouled in the process. That was a great look by Ben DeQuasa. Bailey Steele misses the first free throw. TJ Washington sits out. And Drew Cotton checks into the game for the first time. Bailey Steele makes the second free throw. 12 points on the night for a big 44. Puts the Wolverines at the 80 mark. Javon Levi. Kronogorak. Varner drives all the way around. Whistle's called. And that'll go against Bailey Steele. That'll be his 4th personal foul. And Varner at the free throw line. Varner 8 points, 1 of 3 from distance, 3 of 7 from the floor. And make that 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. That's a perfect 2 on that trip. 3 of 4, 75% tonight. A little less than 3 minutes to play in the contest. Utah Valley on top 80-58. Alley-oop to Isaiah White, who gets fouled in the process. That would have been a SportsCenter top 10 for sure. Isaiah White with the cockback. He wanted that one bad. He almost hit his head on the corner of the backboard. That's a view that I dream about seeing. Isaiah White finishes at the free throw line. 81 points for the Wolverines tonight. Isaiah White converts 2 of 2. .230 left to play. Vaqueros try to go down low, and they do. Isaiah Fontaine gets fouled by Bailey Steele. That'll be his 5th personal foul, and Bailey Steele's night will be through. Steele finishes the night with 12 points on 3 of 4 shooting from the floor, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds. Isaiah White checks out. Cash Fields checks in, the freshman from Palo Alto, California. And Richard Harward skies up for the rebound. It's his 6th rebound on the evening. Cotton passes up the look. Pentecosta steps into a 3-pointer, rims off. And Wyatt Lowell is called for the foul. And that'll be Wyatt Lowell's 2nd personal foul. And that'll send the Vaqueros to the line to shoot. Uche Dibiamaka to shoot. Dibiamaka misses.
There's still time for Culver.
Dibiamaka makes his 2nd, 3 points in total for Uche. Drew Cotton bounces this one off his boot. Williams drives, pulls back. Fontaine with the floater, no good. Bendequasa with the rebound. 90 seconds left to play. Little over a minute to play. Utah Valley looks like they'll end this one with a comfortable win as Drew Cotton puts up a 3-ball. Rims out. His teammates wanted that one real bad. Vaqueros will take a trip north and head to Seattle to face the pesky Redhawks. And Utah Valley will stay here to host New Mexico State on Saturday as Richard Harward gets another block. Drew Cotton misses the layup. And he has a smile on his face and laughs about it, going down the court as well. 40 seconds. Three-pointer by the Vaqueros. No good. And Wyatt Lowell is called for the foul. That'll be his third personal. So Utah Valley will move to 2-2 in conference play. They'll sit with the same record as California Baptist when they host New Mexico State on Saturday. If you're in the area, that will be the must-see game. That will be the must-see TV for you. And we always appreciate you taking the time to let us be a part of your evening and watching us on UVU TV and the WAC Sports Digital Network. But if you can be here in person for that one, that'll be a special atmosphere. Marketing team's got something special up their sleeve for that one. But UTRGV, they have a lot of fight left in them, and they're going to make a big splash in this conference. Utah Valley will win comfortably tonight as Bendequasa misses the three. Vaqueros with 10 on the shot clock. Bendequasa dives on it. And Drew Cotton pulls back the reins. And that'll be their final score, 82-61. And Utah Valley wins their 22nd consecutive game at home. They continue their unbeaten streak, 22 games. 82-61 is your final. It was a close battle within the first couple minutes. And right after that first media timeout is when Utah Valley really started to take it over. And they didn't look back. Looks like Alexa O'Neill has Jake Toulson. Alexa, take it away.
All right, Jake, you had a strong performance tonight. How do you feel the team pulled together to pull out this win?
It was a great game. We all contributed and we played really hard, and we kept this win streak going. So we got another one Saturday. So I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alexa. Jake Toulson, a man of many words. Jake Toulson finishes the night. 19 points, 5 of 6 from the floor, 3 of 3 from distance, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds. 7 of those were defensive rebounds, and 2 assists while he's at it. It was really an all-around offensive performance by the Wolverines tonight. Multiple people in double figures. Utah Valley will come home on Saturday to take on the New Mexico State Aggies. Again, final score, 82-61. For all of our hardworking staff and crew, we say thank you. So long and good night from Orem, Utah.